Hi, I'm Landon, certified fitness professional with Corporate Fitness Works. Thank you for tuning in to the CFW signature session where I'll be leading you through this yoga workout. For this workout, all you'll need is a mat. We'll be moving front, back, side to side, so be sure to move any furniture out of the way. If you're new to exercise or haven't been working out for a while, be sure to take breaks when you need to. Put me on pause, sip some water, and come back when you're ready. This covers our intro. Let's get to it. We start standing in our mountain pose. Feet about hip to shoulder width apart, pinching our heels together, breathing deep within our belly. Next, we'll want to inhale, reaching up, reaching all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring our arms down. Working on our breathing, standing strong in our mountain pose. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, we're going to bring our arms down, back to our side, into our mountain pose. Breathing in, lifting all the way up. Exhale, bring your arms down, reaching for the floor, into mountain pose. Next, we want to inhale, reaching up, reaching all the way up, and we're going to exhale and begin our side bends. Reaching our arm over, looking up at the hand closest to the sky. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, side bend. We're going to do this a few times on each side. Breathing in, reaching up. Exhale, going right into our side bend. Moving with the rhythm of the breath. Inhale, exhale, side bend. Now on our next inhale, we're going to reach all the way up. Breathing in, exhale, bringing our hands down, back to our mountain pose. Checking our mountain pose, keeping our spine straight, heels down, balanced in mountain pose. We take our breath in, and we will exhale and twist at the waist. Inhale, back to mountain pose. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Inhale, moving with the rhythm of the breath. Exhale, and twist. In, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out, and twist. And from our last twist, we're going to inhale and return to mountain pose, readjusting our posture, having a strong mountain pose. Inhale, we will reach up all the way to the sky, pushing our hips forward. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bend, hinging at the hips, bending over, wrapping the arms around the legs into our forward bend. Next, we're going to inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward bend. As we practice and prepare ourselves with forward bends. Inhaling up, all the way up, reaching way up to the sky. Pushing our hips forward, standing back bend. Exhale, forward bend. And from our back bend, we will inhale, reaching up. We will exhale into our forward bend. And from our forward bend, we will bend our knees, putting our fingertips to the mat. Inhale, reaching up into chair pose. And we will hold and breathe chair pose. Breathing deep within the belly. Strong legs, chair pose. And from our chair pose, we'll exhale, lifting the hips up, straightening the legs into our forward bend. We will inhale and roll up, bring our arms overhead, reaching way up, pushing our hips forward into our standing back bend. Inhale up, exhale to our forward bend. We bend our knees, 90 degrees. Inhale, reaching up, chair pose. Breathe. Exhaling out of our chair pose into our forward bend. We'll inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time as we come into our mountain pose position, breathing up, reaching for the sky. Exhale, pushing the hips forward into standing back bend. Inhale, exhale, forward bend. And once again, we're going to bend our knees to 90 degrees, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, sitting up into our chair pose. Breathe. And we exhale out of our chair pose into a standing forward bend. All right, inhale, we're going to roll up, all the way up, reaching up, way into the sky. Standing back bend. Exhale, bend forward into our forward bend. Inhale, reaching forward, keeping the legs straight into our flat back position. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, into our flat back position. And we exhale once again into our forward bend. And we're going to inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time as we come into our standing position, reaching overhead. Exhale, pushing hips forward, standing back bend. Exhale into our forward bend. As we move into our sun salutation, bring our hands to the mat, stepping back with one leg, gently placing the knee on the floor. We're going to inhale, lifting the chest and chin up, taking our breath in. As we exhale, we're going to bring our hands to the mat and bring our feet back into our plank position, lowering ourselves down slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, lifting the chest and chin up, cobra position. Exhale, we will push up, lifting the sit bones to the sky, and then straightening the legs, bringing our heels to the floor, downward dog, and we will hold and breathe in downward dog. Looking out of downward dog into a plank position, stepping up with the leg, gently placing the knee on the floor. Inhale, looking up. And as we exhale, we step forward, bringing our feet together for standing forward bend. Inhaling, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. As we breathe in, reaching overhead. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward bend. And as we bring our hands to the mat, we're going to lift our leg up, our other leg up. Hold it there. Get our balance. Straightening our backs into a flat back position. And we will hold a standing split. Balance and breathe. From standing split, we'll exhale, lower our foot and hands to the mat. Lowering our knee gently to the floor. Inhale, looking up, lifting the chest and chin up. Planting our hand down, lifting our knee off the mat into a high lunge position. We're going to inhale and twist open, twisting the other arm open. And we hold and breathe in our twisted angle pose. We're going to exhale, bringing that hand down to the mat next to the foot. Inhale, sitting up into our warrior one position, reaching for the sky. On the next exhale, we'll plant the back foot sideways and reach forward and backward into our warrior two position, holding our warrior two. From warrior two, we're going to straighten the front leg. Inhale, exhale, doing a side bend towards the floor into our triangle pose, our extended triangle pose. We'll inhale out of extended triangle pose. Exhale, bending the front knee into our warrior two position. Inhale, lifting arms up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat. We're going to step our other leg back and lower ourselves down to chaturanga. Inhale, lifting our chin up into cobra position. Exhale, we're going to push up, lifting the sit bones, pushing back, putting the weight on the legs, extending the heels towards the mat, holding downward dog, and breathe. Looking up from downward dog, we'll step forward, gently placing the knee on the floor, and we'll inhale, looking up, breathing in deep into the belly, placing our hand down, lifting our knee off the floor. Inhale, twisting open into twisted angle pose. One hand is down, the opposite leg is planted next to it, reaching up with the opposite arm. Exhale, bring your hand down to the mat. We're going to inhale and reach up into Warrior One. And on the next exhale, we will turn, flatten the foot into Warrior Two. We'll extend the front leg, inhale, exhale, reaching for the floor into extended triangle pose. Breathe in extended triangle pose. On the next inhale, we will sit up and we will exhale, bending the front knee into Warrior Two. Inhale, reaching the arms up, Warrior One. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, bring our feet together, and going into forward bend. We're going to inhale, rolling up, one vertebrae at a time, lifting our hands overhead. Exhale, hips forward, standing back bend. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward bend. Bring your knees to the mat. We step back into our lunge position. Bring your knee gently to the mat. Inhale, lifting our head and chest up. Placing our hand down, lifting our knee off the mat. Inhale into Warrior One. On the next exhale, we'll shift into Warrior Two. From Warrior Two, we will reach up back to our Warrior One, and then from the hip, we will lean forward with a flat back and push up and off into Warrior Three, balancing on one leg, reaching overhead. Breathe. We gently lower our foot to the mat from Warrior Three to Warrior One, reaching up. Exhale, bringing our hands to the mat. Stepping our foot back into plank, we perform chaturanga as we slowly descend to the mat. Inhale, lifting the head and chest up into cobra position. We will exhale, pushing ourselves up, reaching our sit bones back over our feet and up into the sky, extending the legs, downward dog. Looking up from downward dog, we will step forward into our lunge position, gently placing our knee on the mat, and then inhaling, reaching up, looking up into the sky, lifting the knee off the floor, and we're going to reach up with an inhale to Warrior One. And on the next exhale, we will adjust our foot, reach front and back to Warrior Two on the other side. And then we'll inhale, reaching up back to Warrior One, and begin to lean with a straight back as we push up and off into Warrior Three, balancing on our leg, reaching over our heads, back with our legs, Warrior Three. Lower yourself down to the mat, lifting up into Warrior One, bringing the hands back to the mat, stepping up, exhale into forward bend. And on the next inhale, we will roll up, breathing in, one vertebrae at a time, unrolling the body, reaching overhead, exhale into standing back bend. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands down by your side into mountain pose. Readying yourself in mountain pose. Breathe. From mountain pose, we'll bring our heels together with our toes pointed out. We will inhale, reaching overhead. Bring your hands together, overhead, leaning to one side, putting our weight on one foot. Bring your hands to heart center as we elevate the foot, pushing the knee out into our tree pose. Balance, in tree pose. And on the next exhale, we'll place the foot down, keeping the heels together. Inhale, reaching up, bringing the palms of the hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center, knee up and out into tree pose. And on the next exhale, we'll bring the foot down, bringing the heels together, hands by our side, bring our heels back out into our mountain pose position. We're going to inhale and reach up from our mountain pose, pushing our hips forward into our standing back bend. Inhale, reaching up, turning our toes out, bringing our palms of our hands together over heart center as we squat down into seated squatting posture. We sit and we breathe. And on the next exhale, we'll place our hands on the mat, stepping our feet back into our table position. We're on our hands and our knees with a flat back facing down, downward facing table position. We'll arch our back, inhale, looking up, exhale, round the back, look down, looking up, inhale, looking down and round, exhale, inhale up, exhale down, moving with the rhythm of the breath. From our neutral table position, we'll lift one leg back and the opposite arm up and past the head as we hold broken table and we breathe. We will lower the hand down and then bring the leg down as we leave broken table, extending the opposite leg out and then the opposite arm, reaching the leg and the arm, broken table. We bring our hand back to the mat and then bring our knee back down into our neutral table position. And we'll inhale, looking up, arching the back. Exhale, rounding the back, looking down and back. Reaching, inhale up, exhale, head down. Inhale up, exhale, down. Moving with the rhythm of the breath as we inhale up, and now we exhale, sitting back onto our heels into child's pose. And we rest and relax in child's pose. And on the next inhale, we're going to sit up, still sitting on our heels and feet, into thunderbolt pose. And we breathe. From our seated thunderbolt, we're going to sit up onto our knees, flexing our feet, activating the balls of our feet, putting our hands on our heels. Inhale, lifting the chest up, head back into camel pose. Exhale, lowering back down to thunderbolt, lifting up. Inhale, camel pose, moving with the rhythm of the breath as we sit down to thunderbolt. And we inhale up into camel pose. Exhale, back to thunderbolt. And we place our hands down and we're going to adjust ourselves and rotate and maneuver to our butts, bringing our soles of our feet together to begin cobbler's pose. Making sure our sit bones are even as our knees gently drift towards the floor, lifting our back and chest up, we breathe into cobbler's pose. From our cobbler's pose, we're going to extend our legs out into our wide-angled seated posture. We're going to readjust our sit bones to make sure we're sitting nice and even. We're going to inhale and reach up. Exhale, hinging at the hip, reaching out in front of us into a wide angle forward bend. And we breathe. Then on the next inhale, we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Bring our hands to heart center. We're going to take one of our legs while still in this wide angle position and tuck the foot in. We're going to take our breath in, inhale, and lower ourselves side bend, head to knee pose. Breathe. We're going to extend the tucked leg and then tuck in the other leg, switching our position, still in a wide angle position. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Head to knee pose. And our next inhale, we're going to sit up from our head to knee pose, tuck in the other, release the one leg and tuck in the other leg, tucking the foot in and under, letting the knee sit out, taking the other foot, crossing it over the knee, wrapping our arm around the knee, pulling our shoulder towards knee, hand behind us, lifting ourselves up, inhale, exhale, into our twisted posture, half Lord of the Fishes pose. And our next exhale, we're going to switch our legs, tucking the other leg in and under, and crossing the other leg over the knee, putting the foot to the floor, bringing that knee to the shoulder, to the opposite shoulder, placing the hand behind us, lifting ourselves up, inhale, exhale, half Lord of the Fishes pose. Breathe into this twisted posture. And on the next exhale, we're going to place our feet on the mat with bent knees, and we're going to lay down onto the mat. And from our lay down position, we're going to take in a few breaths, breathing in deep with the belly, relaxing into the floor. And on our next inhale, we're going to push from the heel, lifting our hips up into the sky into our bridge position, our bridge pose. Hold the bridge and breathe. On the next exhale, we will lower our hips to the floor. Exhale, bringing the knees to the chest, pulling them in into wind release pose. Hold the knees to the chest and breathe. And on the next inhale, lower the feet to the mat with knees bent. Inhaling, bringing the arms out to the side like wings, bringing the feet up into a bent knee position off the floor. Exhale, let the legs drift to one side, look in the opposite direction, hand on knee, twisted belly pose. And inhale, next inhale, we will lift the bent legs up and let them drift to the other side, looking in the opposite direction of the legs, hand on the knee, letting ourselves relax and breathe into twisted belly pose. And we will inhale up, bringing the soles of our feet together with our knees out, bringing our feet to the floor, hands by our side, as we sit in our reclined cobbler's pose and breathe, letting the knees drift towards the floor. And on the next exhale, we'll extend our legs, reaching from our reclined cobbler's pose, reaching with both of our feet, with our hands and our head, reaching and breathing, reaching, reaching. And on the next exhale, we relax and breathe into our corpse pose, letting ourselves relax and drift into the mat, becoming a part of the floor. Breathe. Corpse pose. On the next inhale, we're going to bring our knees up, raising our right arm by our ear, lifting ourselves up with our right elbow and left hand. After rolling to one side, to our right side, crossing our legs, sitting on our butts in a cross-legged posture. Breathing in and reaching up. Exhale, bending forward, cross-legged forward bend. And on the next inhale, we will roll up one vertebrae at a time. Bring our hands to heart center. Exhale, lowering our hands to our knees. Here we sit and we breathe. And that's the workout. I hope it's helped you feel energized and accomplished. Once again, my name is Landon, and it's been my pleasure to take you through this CFW Signature Session Yoga Workout. Before you sign off, I'd love to know what you thought about this session. Hit me with a like, share, and leave some comments. Hope to see you next time. Namaste.